All right, greetings everyone, and welcome to day number one. That's day number one, week 11 of our journey together. And it's definitely a delight to have each and every one of you here. Yes, it is week 11. You've been here for 11 weeks. It's a joy teaching you all and being here every single week. But week 11 is a special week. Um, I say it's a special week because, oh, okay, good. This is the one I was looking for. I say it's a special week because let me just save this thing up. Let's see. Finding content. Oh, no. Week 11. So I say it's a special week because this is the week where I'm gonna begin class with a serious conversation. And I want you to listen up. So if you look right, we are currently, let me just put the calendar for you to see. Calendar 2023. All right, so we are currently in March. Yeah, let me admit. We are currently in March. Today is the 20th day in March. And your exams are, well, nothing gonna happen in April. But in May, you're gonna start having your exams, right? You might have English in April, but for the most part, everything start happening in May. So basically, you all have about all of April, so that's but 4 weeks, and these 2 weeks. So we have but 6 weeks, basically about 6 more weeks before things actually start happening in May. Now I know some of your exams don't happen until late May, but still, we basically only have 6 more weeks left. So time is of the essence, and I realize that I cannot um, move in the way I've been operating, like week by week, the topics, because it's going to take too long, and we're not going to be able to cover everything you need to know for your exam. Because the last thing I want to be heard is, oh, Mr. Petit didn't tell me everything I needed to know. So this week, so not only this week and the next 3 weeks. So from this week to, let's say, April 15th. So this week and the next 3 weeks, so that's what, 4 weeks. I want to teach you all everything that you need to know to pass. So that by the time we finish this series of 4 weeks, you would have covered everything you need to know. And then nobody could say, oh, Mr. Petit didn't teach me this, he didn't teach me that. I really want to do that because I don't want no parent calling me or no person calling me and saying, oh, I didn't pass because you didn't teach me this. So I didn't pass because you didn't teach me that. I want to teach you everything you need to know to pass. Now, I didn't say everything you need to know to get an A, because in order to get an A, it takes more than me teaching you it. You have to practice, a lot of practice, a lot of practice. But if it's one thing I could do is I could teach you everything that you need to know to pass. And that means that on my end, I have to cover all of the topics. We've done a pretty good job, I'd say. So far, we have covered, let me just outline how much we've covered, just to let you know what we've done so far. Because the last thing I want is somebody saying, oh, you did not teach us everything, or oh, you didn't do your job. Because persons like to blame people, and I am not into that. So it's interesting, people like to blame everybody except themselves. And so let me just outline the topics that we have covered. And all of these topics you can find right on my YouTube channel. All of the weeks that we have, just about, for the most part, all of them are on my YouTube channel. So if you want to review any one of them, you can do so. So let's just write down what you've covered, and then today, obviously I still have to go back over them because, like I say, I want to do all of them. So obviously we're gonna have to go back over some of them. because that's just a part of the territory. So even if you were not there for some of them, some of these topics, or you don't remember some of them, we still have to go back over everything anyway. So let me just outline it for you. Write this down. Please write this down so that you could remember that this is what we have done. The topics that we have covered thus far. So in week one, we did set theory. And then week two, I think we went to linear equations. Let me check the slides. We have 200 some slides in this. So week one, we did set theory. Week two, I think we went to linear equations. I don't know if we, okay, what is this? Oh, week two, we continued set theory. So we did set theory for like 2 weeks because I really wanted y'all to get that. And I think I feel very good at set theory with y'all. Set theory. So week one and week two, we did set theory. Week three, that's when we did linear equations and word problems. Please write this down. Like I said, make sure I write this down. Because
we could take a picture of it?
No, write it down. I never say screenshot and write it down. Because the last thing I want to hear is, oh, Mr. Petit didn't teach us this, or oh, we didn't cover this, or oh, it's his fault. Like I said, persons like to blame people, and I am not want to be a part of that. And it's be the person seeing people who do not come to the Anyway, January 8th. So week one is January 8th to January 14th. That's what I consider week one. Now, mind you, when I say week one, I include even the weekend as well. So even though we only have class for we're in a class for how much days? For 4 days of the week, 5 days. Why is this thing? Good. So from January 4th, that, and then week two would be from January 15th to January 21st. And then week three would be from January 22nd to January 28th. So week one, we did set theory. Week two, we did set theory. Week three, we did linear equations and word problems. Week four, let's see, what did we do in week four? I can't remember. We did, before we went to reach, let me see. We did not fractions. That's the 18th. 19th. No, that's not us. Oh, we went on to menstruation.
Sorry, Ms. Boutique, can you go back on the slide?
Pardon?
Excuse me, Mr. Boutique. May you go back on this slide, please?
No, wait, you'll see what I want.
Mr. Boutique,
Yes, sir.
when these class,
Say it again. Say it again, Noah.
when the class,
When the class over?
yes, sir.
We over and it overs for different people because some persons are doing different subjects. But I continue until your exams are over. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so in week four, we did menstruation, that was perimeter area. And the volume, so that's January 29th to February 4th. Week five, we did, I think we continued administration as well. Please write this down. Again, please write this down so that you can know what was covered in class. And if you have someone to blame, please do not blame me. The sad part about it is that math is very dense. And so you notice we have class like 4 days of the week for 2 hours on math. And we still barely scratching the surface, you know? I'll be the first to tell you that everything that we do in class is not sufficient. You have to be doing extra on your own. And most important, you have to study what I give you. If you do not study what I give you, then you won't do well. That's just point blank. And the next thing is, if you frequently are absent the class, that's the next problem again. So persons who are frequently absent, I'm sorry, your chances of passing are getting lower. Not that you can't pass, but you increase your risk of failure because you keep on being absent. Every 6, 5, 6. Geometry. So week 6 was geometry. We probably did like 2 weeks of geometry. Or week 5. Week 5, are we still administrative? Week 5, I think we're still administrative.
Mr. Petit, the screen is black.
My screen is black. That's probably because you just returned.
It's really just screen and frozen there.
My screen is not frozen.
That's what I'm telling him now. He's screen black.
My screen is frozen.
The screen is not black, but I can see everything.
Mr. Petit, you show your screen
The screen is black, Mr. Petit.
My screen is not black.
Huh?
It
That's
only
the Wi-Fi.
and it's only black if you just arrive in the class. That's why. It should be clear now.
Mr. Petit, tell them that's the Wi-Fi.
No, that ain't their Wi-Fi. It's not their Wi-Fi. I know that. Geometry. 6. Week 6 is geometry. Yeah, week 6. No, week 5 is geometry. That's the 50-11, yeah. Yeah, so then we went on to geometry. There are a lot of geometry. Then we probably stayed that like 2 weeks. So from February 5th to February 11th, that's geometry. Week 6. We had to been on geometry for 2 weeks. So the 13th, let's see, the 13th. Oh, the 13th we went. Oh, okay, we went on the total bill. You only had 1 week of geometry? That made no sense. That don't seem reasonable to me. How are we going to do geometry for 1 week? Demonstration, we probably did, you know, the 24th. Of course, we're doing classes over the Easter break. Of course. There's no doubt about that. We have to. The 24th. Demonstration. Okay. So after we finished geometry, we went on to do total bill. That was the
Mr. Petit, what slide you on? 'Cause
screen is black for you as well.
no, it on. What this thing is? I don't know.
Topics is covered thus far.
Why screen?
Pardon me?
Doctor.
Can y'all see it now?
Now it on the regular thing. Yes, sir.
So the next thing we did was completing a receipt or total bill. Now we did that from like week 6 would have been January 12th, not January 12th, February 12th to February 18th. And then week 7. Now I'm starting, for those who've just returned, I am starting classes, the class like this by giving you all what we've covered thus far. Because I do not want people blaming me, saying that I have not taught them everything that they need to know. The last thing I want is to be blamed for anyone failing the exam. If you fail the exam, know that it's because that you didn't study or you didn't prepare yourself. It's not going to be because I didn't taught you. Now, it's only so much I could do. Obviously, there's only so much time we have. But I'm going to make sure I do everything in my power to help you. And because that's my job to help you. Complete a receipt. That was February 13th. Yeah, week 6. Week 7 was week 7 started from February 19th. And that was we did February 19th. Oh, ratio word problems. That was good. 1 equal part.
Mr. Petit,
Yes, sir.
I think your screen freeze.
My screen is not frozen.
All right.
Oh, y'all
Like
don't-
what?
All right, I'm just giving the list of topics. So February 19th to that would have been February 25th. That's some ratio word problems. And then week 8. After ratio, what did we go to after ratio? That should have been, most of y'all probably there with that. After ratio, we went to what?
Simple interest, I
Simple
think, yeah.
Simple interest. That would have been week 8, 7, 26. Yeah, simple interest. Yep. So simple interest, that would have been from February 26th to the 4th of March. Then week 9, after we did simple interest, we went into what?
Higher purchase.
Higher purchase. That was from March 5th to March 11th. And then after that, week 10 was
Pie charts.
pie charts. Yeah, pie charts. Lovely, Emma. Pie charts. Which topic you think was the hardest out of the 10? The hardest.
Sets. Everything else.
Sets?
Pie charts, I mean.
Pie charts, really?
No,
Yes.
it probably week number check complete receipt.
Complete receipt.
Linear equations
Linear equations.
From
and
you only
geometry.
adding and multiplying. Anyway,
Linear equations.
Geometry too.
Geometry. Okay. Which one is
Yeah, geometry.
geometry? Which one is the
Geometry.
easiest? Which one is the easiest?
Sets.
High
Ratio.
pie. High pie
That's-
number.
Simple interest, high interest ratio were problems completing a receipt, all of them except for pie charts.
All them. Okay. Interesting. All right. So this is what we have covered thus far. Now, the reason why I'm giving this is because, like I said, the last thing I want to hear is, oh, Mr. Petit didn't teach me this. Please do not blame me if you fail the exam. I am not responsible for it, and I'm not taking the blame for anyone not passing the exam. I don't want that blame. I've done my best here, trying to teach you, and even of Sunday classes, right? I don't get paid for Sunday classes. You only pay for classes Monday through Thursday. Sunday class is something that I decide to do out of the goodness of my heart. So please, I don't want no one blaming me if they don't do well. Like I said, we're doing the best that we can with the time that we have. And all practical things considered, we're doing, the best that we can. Week 11, and for the next 3 weeks, like I said, we're gonna do what I call the All You Need to Know series. So what this means is that you can't miss, if you missed week 1 to 10, if you missed week 1 through 10, that's fine. Do not miss week 11, week 12, week 13, week 14, and week 16. Do not miss these 4 weeks because we'll be going over everything that I believe you need to know to pass this exam. Okay. So don't miss this week, and don't miss a day. All right. We have to, what should I say? We have to press gas on these things that we're doing. And so I really want y'all to pass. I want all y'all to pass. In fact, I want all y'all to get A's. But you know that I'm practical. I want all y'all to pass. And so in order for you to pass, you have to be focused. It's up to you. Your destiny is in your hands. I could want it for you, but you have to want it for yourself as well. So these next 4 weeks is All You Need to Know series. We will be covering topics very quickly. So I would advise you to definitely go back, look at the recordings. Do not miss a day of these next 4 weeks. Okay. We might continue more than 4 weeks for the All That You Need to Know, but I'm really trying to finish it in 4 weeks. Okay. So that the rest of the time that we have will be just more review and just if you're asking questions and more like that. That's what I want. We see how close to that ideal we get. I want everyone to write this down, please. Please write this down. So yes, sir.
Mr. Petit. Mr. Petit.
Go ahead.
Sorry. What do you mean by all you need to know series? What do you mean by that?
I guess you came late.
So what do you?
Okay, so when I say All You Need to Know series, that means that I will be teaching you everything you need to know to pass the exam. You understand that? So all the topics that you need to know, I'll be teaching you. That's what I mean by All You Need to Know series. Okay, so that means that the ones we haven't covered and the ones we've covered before, I'm going to go over them as well. So for example, we haven't done probability. We have to do probability. We haven't done rounding. We have to do rounding. We haven't done constructions. We have to do constructions. We haven't done transformations. We have to do that. That's what's going to be covered in the All You Need to Know series, along with everything we've done so far. So I'm going to try to put it all in so that you all could have it and that no one could say, I didn't teach them this or I didn't teach them that. Okay? Understand that? Daniel, you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So are we done with the slide? Because I really need to go. Need to go.
I know I'm finished.
Okay,
I still writing that.
good. So what I need you to do is take a screenshot of this. For those who are still writing it, take a screenshot of it and then write it down. I want this to be sent with your notes as well. So please, even if you take a screenshot of it, I still need you to write it down along with your notes. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do, like I said, week 11 is All You Need to Know series. It's gonna be very different than the way we've done classes before, because I'm not gonna have exercises, graded exercises. We're just gonna be doing notes. So no graded exercises in this one. So let's begin. And you're gonna have to be moving fast. So you have to write fast. The people who like to write slow, Lanaya, Rashadane,
No,
Gustav,
Mr. Petit.
you all like to write very slow. You're gonna be right up to write fast this time. If you didn't catch it fast, then just take a screenshot and then write it. Write it, even though I'm moving, write it down and send it. Okay. Because I can't wait until 8 o'clock for you to finish writing. Okay, so let's begin. And I will definitely hold you accountable to everything I give you, because this is the 4 weeks that we have to really get everything in. So yes, sir, Latre, you have a question?
Miss Biddy, I can give you my new phone number.
Okay, message me. Wait, do you have my number? Can you WhatsApp me?
I mean, I have your old number, like the old shop.
Okay, let me send you my so that you could WhatsApp me and then I can easily get your number. Because I don't want no one in there get your number. Next thing you know, they're calling the trade. And hey, the trade. So my number is 426-8891. All right, please, if there's anything you do not understand, please let me know. This is very important during this series. So let's head up properly. So today is what, Monday? Monday, the 20th of March, 2023. There is probably. Good. The subject is, of course, mathematics. The theme or the series is, or the theme I should say, is the All You Need to Know series. And I'm serious about that. All you need to know, which means after we finish this series, you would have known everything you need to know to pass. I didn't say to get an A, because to get an A means that you need a lot of practice and everything. But in terms of all you need to know to pass, is what I'm giving you. Because to get an A requires something that I cannot give you, and that is practice time. Okay? You need to practice, you need to practice, you need to practice. But I'm gonna give you all that you need to know in order to pass. Okay. So the first topic that we're gonna cover in the All You Need to Know series is probability. Now for probability, what you need to know is you need to know the probability formula. And the probability formula is going to be equal to Let me put a division. Anyone know the probability formula over their head? Anyone know? No one, I show you. I show you some of you know that probability formula. Show you.
The number of favorable outcome over number of possible outcome.
Very good. Very good. That's the probability formula. Very good. So it's the number of favorable outcomes divided by the number of possible outcomes. That's the probability formula. Now for probability, you also need to know, they like to bring this. You also need to know what is a multiple. They like to bring like, what is a multiple? What is a multiple? What is a factor? What is a prime number? Those type of stuff. They like to bring that when they're talking about probability. They love to bring those stuff. So we're gonna go over that as well. So when you say a multiple of a number, what do you mean by a multiple?
Like 4 almost 12 like 12, almost multiple of 12.
What? No.
That's all
They're
wrong.
like the multiples of
The
2,
four-
which is 2,
it's the
4,
Like
process
2,
six,
4,
of
8,
6, 8,
10,
10,
12.
Yeah.
That's the multiples of 2.
Say it again.
Like the multiples of a number, for example, which
Like
is 2.
2, 4, 6,
2,
8.
4, 6, 8, 10, 12. That's the multiples of 2.
And the factor is like, what's the thing called?
Factors would be like what
It's
number
like,
can go
it's like
into
if
it.
you have 12, how much multiple of 12 is there?
No.
He don't even know what he's
Yeah.
talking about.
You can't use multiple to, and you can't use multiple when you define a multiple.
Multiple is like the lesson of the timetable of a number.
Very good. I like that.
Is it, if I'm not mistaken, I sure now. Don't quote me. Is a factor not like what you can multiply to get the number?
Mr. Petit, the factor, that's the number would divide into another number without leaving anything, like without
Yeah.
leaving a remainder.
Okay,
Like,
so a multiple
For
basically.
12, it would be like 6 and 2 and stuff like that.
Okay, so the multiple would be the result of multiplying by an integer. Not a fraction. So it's basically the timetables of a number. For example, multiple of 3 are what? What's the multiples of 3? 3, 6.
6, 9, 12, 18, 21,
Good.
24, 27, and all that. Yeah.
And see, they also ask for factors. So they like to ask for factor. So for factor, what's a factor of a number?
Any number we can go into another number without leaving a remainder.
Very good.
Would divide. You have to divide it by the number without leaving a remainder.
It goes into it without even a remainder. So a factor is a number that divides another number, leaving no remainder. For example, the factors of 12 are what? 1, 2, 3,
6,
4,
4,
6,
6,
and 12.
and 12.
Good. So that is what you need to know for probability. Oh, and they also like to bring prime numbers when they do probability. So prime numbers,
A number that only has 2 factors, 1 on itself.
yeah. So it's a number that only has 2 factors, 1 and itself. Remember, these can only be whole numbers greater than 2, but greater than or equal to 2. So 1 is not a prime number or composite. 2 is the only prime number that is even. So examples of prime numbers are going to be what? Obviously 2, 3, 5, 7, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and so on. These are prime numbers. Then we have composite numbers. These are basically the opposite of prime numbers. So these are numbers that have 3 or more factors. So, for example, stuff like 10, 12, 18, 16, not only even numbers, but like 21, 27, 36. All of these are composite numbers. All right, so we have this down, right? We have this written.
Not yet.
Yes. Yeah.
Remember, we're not taking forever to write down these stuff because we have a lot to do. Please take a screenshot of it and write it down, because I'm about to move it. So probably information. Good. All right. Any questions? No? All right, make sure I take a screenshot of it so that you can write it down right now because I'm about to move it around. You're writing on my screen. All right, so let's move on. Okay, so let's begin with probability. Let's actually get into the nitty-gritty of this. So with these questions, what you want to do is write down the question and along with the answers that I provide. So you have to be moving. So this is the first question. The question says,
Mr. Petit, put the questions as number 1 instead of number 5.
no, label them as I have. Label them as I have. So you're gonna put 2020. So you're gonna title it 2021, probability 2021, and label it because I'm gonna go year by year. Okay. So the first one. This one says that a box contains a dozen. What is a dozen?
12.
12.
12.
12.
12.
Good. So a box contains a dozen of cookies. 5 chocolate chip, 2 oatmeal, 1 red velvet, and the remainder are sugar cookies. How many sugar cookies are in the box? Okay, so can someone tell me how we're gonna get this?
We're going to add up
With the
5, 2, and 1, then subtract it by 12.
Very good. So we know that 12 in the box, right? So we're gonna subtract that is gonna be 5. You know, we have 5 chocolate chip cookies plus what? 2 oatmeal, right? Plus 1 red velvet. So 5, 2, 1. And so,
Minus
so it's gonna be what? 12.
8. 12 minus 8.
So 5 plus 2 is 7. And that one is gonna
We writing this down?
Yes, you are writing this down for the 100th time.
Okay.
You are writing this down. 12 minus 8 is gonna be what?
Equals 4.
Yes, 12 minus 8.
4.
4. Yes, that's correct. So there are 4 sugar cookies. All right. Please take a screenshot because I will be moving. And then you have to write it down. Like I said, we are not taking forever with these. All right. Let's go to question number 2. I mean, 5.
Going too fast.
I ain't going fast. I'm going right on time, right pace in myself. We have 4 weeks to do everything, so picture that. Now, 1 cookie is chosen at random. Calculate the probability that it is a chocolate cookie. What's the
0.
probability gonna be?
0 to 12 because there's no chocolate cookie.
Chocolate chip.
Yeah,
That was
you know chocolate. That's a chocolate, Mr. Petit. Mr. Petit,
Chocolate
sorry.
chip.
It's only chocolate chip, oatmeal, red
5
velvet, and
chocolate
sugar.
chip.
There's
So
5
what's that
chocolate
supposed to be?
chip. 5
But I
chocolate.
only have chocolate. Mr. Petit. Let's be
That's
honest
5 out
now.
of 5 out of
They
12.
have to
Same
be
thing.
Chocolate chip is
It's
cookie.
like
5 out of 12.
chocolate, not chocolate chip, Mr. Petit.
No, it's the same thing. They mean chocolate chip.
Chocolate
You
chip is
sure, Mr.
cookie.
Petit?
Hey,
Because if we
y'all
put an answer there,
y'all
if we put
can't
an answer there,
y'all
we
can't
could
be
get
that
it.
slow.
You have to
You're
be
not gonna
okay.
get
Where
Be that
peanut?
slow.
All right, look at the book. Mr. Petit say peanut butter. Where you see peanut? So they mean in
Yeah.
chocolate.
No.
Come on, man.
They would only do it for 1. They wouldn't do it for 2. That's how I know it's definitely they want.
Okay.
Yeah, they wouldn't do it for 2.
Y'all can't be that slow, man.
So please do not call anyone slow now.
Pardon?
No,
Pardon?
I ain't going no one slow. I ain't going no one slow.
Don't call no one slow.
I just making sure, sweetie.
Huh?
Huh?
Part of me was petite, but yeah, 5 out of 12.
Jensen, don't call no one slow now, please.
I ain't going no one slow.
Okay. So the reason why it's 5 out of 12 is because there are what? 5 chocolate chip and 12 in total. Okay. All right. Now, please write this down. If you are not able to keep up, take a screenshot of it and write it down as we go. Like I will need this before you go. Okay, so next we want to figure out the peanut butter. So peanut butter, do this like this so you'll be able to see it. So peanut butter, how much peanut butter we have? There are no peanut butter cookies, right? So it's gonna be what?
0 out of 12.
0 to 12.
Now what is 0 to 12? That's 0.
0.
Okay. So the answer for that is 0. All right, please take a screenshot of this and write it down right now because I will be moving. That's the first one. All right, moving right along. So we have this one. It says, this is a very good one. It says complete each statement using 0, a half, or a 1. Okay. So it says if an event is impossible now, it has a probability. Its probability is what? 0, a half, or 1.
0.
Say it again. 0. Do you agree with them? If an event is impossible, it has
0.
Yes, it has a probability of 0. Always remember that. If something is impossible, like how this peanut butter is impossible, its probability is going to be 0. Okay. A probability can be no greater than what? 0, a half, or 1.
1.
1. It cannot be greater than 1. Probabilities are always between 0 and 1. Always remember that. Probabilities are always between 0 and 1. When flipping a coin, the probability of heads is what?
1 or 2.
One out of two.
Yeah. Because there's one heads, and then there is two sides.
Yeah.
So 1 or 2. Okay. Good. So please take a screenshot of this and write it down for me, please. But we have to move because we have a lot to cover. I will soon be asking for the notes to be sent, so make sure you're writing them down as well. Okay. Don't just take a picture of it and say, oh, I finished. I said take a screenshot of it and write it down because I want you all to, I know I'll be moving a bit quick, so take a screenshot of it to save yourself before I move it. Okay, moving right along. 2016. So with this one, again, write this down for me.
You will scroll up one more time, please.
Okay, you will.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, so this one says, the table below shows the results when a 3-sided spinner and a 6-sided spinner are spun together. So you got to be careful with this one. This one, you have a 3-sided spinner. This one is a 3-sided spinner. And this one is a 6-sided spinner. Okay. So the table below shows the results when a 3-sided spinner and a 6-sided spinner are spun together. And the results are added. So for the 3-sided spinner, and this is very important, and the results are added. So let's say, for example, we have a 3-sided spinner. So you know what a spinner look like, right? So this is like this. So this is a spinner, and you have 1, 2, and 3. And you have a 6-sided spinner. So for the 6-sided spinner, it has 6 sides, right? So it's gonna look something like this. So this is okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's say it looks like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Please write down this question. Because when I start out,
we have to write the diagram too.
yes, draw the diagram as well. That's a part of it. So let's say, for example, you have an arrow, and the arrow, when you spin it, it can land on 2, it can land on 3, it can land on 1. Same thing with this. You have an arrow, when you spin it, it can land on 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anyone is familiar with these objects, spinners? Familiar with them?
Yes, sir.
Anyone else familiar with spinners?
We had them in like primary school.
Yeah, spinners.
Not
Let me
me,
just show you.
but there.
Let me just show you actual spinners, like so you can see it in real life. Not spinner. Oh my goodness, that's one thing with Google. They show you every like spinners map. Okay,
They
good.
speak on that and all.
Okay, good. These are spinners. Okay.
Yeah, let's make a deal and then.
Yeah. So let's say, for example, you spin, right? And you spin and the number lands on 2. This one lands on 2. And then this one lands on 6. Okay. So when you add them, 2 plus 6 is going to be what?
8.
Going to be 8. So that's how they got this 8L. All right. Because one land on 2, the other one land on 6. And so that's how they get that 8. The way how they get the 4 is because probably one land on 3, the other one land on 1. That's how they got the 4. Okay. So basically what we have here is that they're spinning, and every time they spin, the 3-sided figure, the 3-sided one and the 6-sided one, excuse me, the 3-sided one and the 6-sided one land on a number, and then they add the 2 results, and then that's how they get the numbers for this table. Okay. So 6-sided and then 3-sided. So Oh, actually, I was reading it wrong. Actually, look, the first table don't have 1, 2, 3. The first table have 2, 3, 3. If you look at it. So the first table, let me do it again. Sorry, I read it wrong. The first table does not have 1. The first spinner. The first spinner has 2, 3, 3. That's what the first spinner has. So let me correct that. So the first spinner has 2, 3, and 3. Now, when 2 add up with the 1, that gives us what? That gives us what? 2 plus 1 is what? 3. Very good. 2, okay. 2 plus 1 gives us what? 3 again. 2, stop. 2 plus 2 gives us what? 4. 2 and 3 gives us what? 5. 2 and 3 gives us what? 5 as well. And then 2 and 5 gives us what? 7. So that's how you count it. So actually the second spinner has the numbers. What numbers are in the second spinner? We know the first spinner has 2, 3, 3. The second spinner actually has 1, 1, 2, 3, 3, 5. So 1, 1, 2, 3, 3, 5. So 2 and 1, that's how we get this 3 here. 2 and 1, that's how we get this 3 here. 2 and 2, that's how we get this 4. 2 and 3, that's how we get this 5. And 2 and 5, that's how we get to 7. So
What about the 6?
okay, we're gonna explain the 6 right now.
You mess up the 6 on the spinner.
There's no 6 on the spinner. There's no 6 on the spinner. Let me show you why. Let me get here. 3 and a 1 gives us what? 4. 3 and what? 1 gives us what?
4.
4. 3 and 2 gives us what?
5.
3 and 3 gives us what?
6.
3 and 3 gives us what?
6.
And then 3 and 5 gives us what?
8.
8. So this one is when this row happens when 3 and 1 adds up. 3 and next one, that's 4. 3 and 2, that's 5. 3 and 3, that's 6. 3 and 3, that's 6. 3 and 5, that's 8.
Okay, I understand. I understand it now.
And then the last one is, is this one. So this one is 3 and a 1 gives us what? 4. 3 and a 1 gives us what? 4 again. 3 and 2 gives us what? 5. 3 and 3 gives us what? 6. 3 and 3 gives us what? 6 again. And then 3 and 5 gives us what?
8.
Good. All right, good. So it's important to note that, let me just color code them for you. Only the ones in blue are the totals. Only these ones are the totals. The other ones are just the ones you add. These are the totals.
So, Mr. Petit, when they say, all right, the A, I would say, what is the most common total? But it's 2. Or we have to count the second row too.
We only count the ones that I am
Put it in blue.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those are the only ones that you are worrying about. The other ones are just the numbers on the spinner. You understand that? All right, so they say, what is the most common total? What is it? Okay, so how much
That's
times?
like 4.
Wait, how much times, let's count. How much times do we see 3?
Twice.
Twice.
1, 2, only 2, only 2 times. How much times do we see 4?
5.
5.
3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We see 4 5 times. How much times do we see 6?
4 times.
4.
Wait, let's do 5. My God. Sometimes we see 5.
4 times.
Again, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times. How many times do we see 6?
4
4.
times.
Nothing in the first row. Twice in the second. And twice in the third, so 4. How many times do we see 7?
1.
1. How many times do we see 8?
Twice.
Twice. So the number that appears, the most common total is what?
4.
4.
4.
4 is the most common total. Please
4.
write this down. 4 is the most common total. Good. Now we have, how many possible totals are there?
6.
6? No, sir. How many possible totals? 1, 2, 3, 4,
All of the comments there.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So there are 18 possible totals. Make sense? Any questions on that?
Sure.
Okay. All right, so let me move on from that. So the question is,
Please,
Mr. J, can you go back down so I get a screenshot of it?
okay, please take a screenshot of it, like I said, and then write it down. I thought you already write this down. I was on this for forever.
excuse me, Mr. Petit, how you get 18?
18? Okay. I counted each one. So 1, all the ones in blue I count. So 1, because they want all the totals. So the totals are the ones in blue. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. You see that?
Yes, sir.
That's how I got 18. Any other questions before I move on? Please write down the question along with the answers as well. All right, good. Now the question states, what is the probability of getting the most common total? This is a difficult question. So imagine if you got the most total wrong. Would you get this one wrong too? What's the probability of getting the most common total?
Is it 4 over 18, Mr. Petit?
Wait. What is the
Or
most
5
common?
over 18?
What is
4.
the most common? 4. How
So
much
it's
4?
4.
How much
5
4
over
are
18.
there? How much 4 are
5
there?
times.
5.
5. That's 5 over 18.
So it's gonna be 5 over 18 because it's 5 fours. Sorry, and it's out of what? 18. So it's 5 out of 18. Anyone have any questions with that? 5 or 18? How we got that?
I get it now.
Okay. Any questions?
Hey, Mr. Potato, how you get that again?
How we get it? Okay. How we get the 5 or the 18?
The 5.
Okay. Remember, what's the most common total?
4.
4.
So you're trying to figure out how much time for a pair.
Good. How much time for pairs? Look, 1,
5 times.
3, 4, 5. So the pair is 5 times. So the most common total is 4 and it appears 5. So 5 over 18. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
Good. What's the probability of getting 9?
0 to 18.
0 to 18. Why 0 to 18?
There's no 9 up there.
9.
There's no 9.
Good, so 0 to 18. Look, there's no 9 in this. You have 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. There's no 9. So it's 0 over 18, which is what?
0.
0. Please write this down. Again, write this down, please. I'll be asking for the notes very soon. I want all the notes, especially for these 4 weeks. I need all the notes, every last one. So nobody can say, oh, Mr. V didn't teach us that. Can't blame me, buddy. The third one, more than 6. You want the
You have
probability
to blame myself.
the probability of getting more than 6.
2 over 18 because it's only 7 and 8. What is more than
More
6?
than 6. So you got to be careful, Alexander. How much 7s do we have?
1.
We have 1 7.
One.
How much 8s do we have?
2.
2 8s. So how much is that all together?
3.
3. Yeah, 3. Because remember, the question say how much of getting more than 6, right? So you either going to get a 7 or 8. 7 appears once, 8 appears twice. So that's 3 out of 18. Okay. Now the question is over 2 points. So what common sense could tell you?
Turn it, divide. You know.
What common sense will tell you?
I mean, you have to divide.
18 divided by 3.
Yeah, that means you have to reduce it, right? So
Yes, sir.
what number you could use?
3.
3, very good. So 3 goes in itself how much times?
1.
Once.
And then
Yeah.
3 goes into 18 how much times? 6. So it's 1 out of
6.
1 out of 6. Good.
1 over 6.
Now they say, what's the probability of getting a prime number? You see why I told you that it's important to know prime numbers for these things? They always put them inside of it. So we want a prime number. The probability of getting a prime number would be what?
7 over 18 because we have to count all the prime numbers, which is 3, 5, and 7. That's all I see.
Okay,
So
so
you got-
let's count all the prime numbers. Okay. Now we got to be very careful because all the prime numbers we got to count. So that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Because there are two 3s, 4 5s, and 1 7. So that's 8. That's 7. Okay, so it's gonna be 7 out of what?
18.
7 out of 18. Very good. Any questions on this? On how we got what we getting?
I forgot how you get 18 again, Mr. Busy. I am so sorry.
Oh, I got 18. Okay, good question. So the way I got 18 is because I added all these. So see all the ones in blue? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Because 18 is the total. Okay. Make sense?
Yes, so I got it now.
Good. Any questions on this before we move on? Any questions? Let me know.
I have a question.
Go ahead, Charlene. Or Gustavo. Which one? Charlene.
When you have like quit asking you to like reduce it, and if it can be like reduced and you got a mixed number, you could write it down.
If it can be reduced,
Yes, so
what do you mean?
like if the number can be reduced, like it can be simplified.
Give me an example.
Like 7/18.
Yeah, we would leave it.
You would just leave it?
Just leave it, yeah. You wouldn't simplify it.
Okay.
Okay. Take one, y'all. Are you there? Take one. Take one, are you there?
I'm here.
You have a question, you say?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, so I was asking if you can explain again why only those colors are in blue.
Oh, why we only get the ones that only the ones that are blue?
Yes,
Reason why is because look, these ones cannot include them because they are the numbers that are on the spinners. So the numbers that are on the spinners are 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 3. These are the numbers that are on the spinners, so you can't include them in the total. Same thing as this. The spinners say 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 3, and then 5. So when we have 2, like if the spinner land on 2, and then the spinner land on 1, that's how we're gonna get the 3. You understand that, take one?
I get it now.
So that's why we do not include these ones in the total. Only the ones in the middle.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. All right, so let's move on. Hopefully y'all have this written down already. Please write it down because when I ask for the notes, I want all the notes. Every last one. I'll just move on. Let's go to,
Please.
like I said, take a screenshot of it and then write it down. All right, number 13. So we're still on probability. So this one says the following the following numbered discs were placed in a bag. So we have 57 in the bag, 59 in the bag, 75 in the bag, 79 in the bag, and 95 in the bag, and 97. So one disc is chosen at random. What's the probability that the number is 49? How are we gonna get this?
One out of 6.
Okay,
Six
so
numbers and 59 appears once.
good. This is one.
49 or 59, because I hear you say 49, Mr. Petit.
59, rather, 59. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So there are 6 in total, all right? 6 numbers in total in the disk. Sorry, 6 number disks in the bag. In order to get 59, there's only 159. So it's gonna be 1 out of 6. Make sense? Any questions? If not, let's go.
How you get that one again, Mr. D?
Because it's only 159. It's only 159. So it only could be 1 out of 6. You understand that, Michaela?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
I don't
good.
understand.
All right. When we're doing probability, you have to do the number of favorable outcomes divided by the number of total outcomes. So, what's her name is? Jennifer. If we add another 59, our answer would have been 2 out of 6. You see that, Jennifer?
Okay.
So there's only 159. So it's only going to be 1 out of 6. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
Good. Now we want a number that starts with 9.
1 out of 6.
No, it can't be 1 out of 6.
Only
2 out
one
of
number stop. Only one number
2 out of
stop
6.
with 2 out of 6. Sorry.
2 out of 6.
95 and
2 to 6.
97.
Very good.
95 and
95 and 97, remember? Remember 95 and 97. Those two numbers start with 9, right? So it's going to be 2 out of 6. Can we simplify it?
Yeah, we can
Yes,
divide
sir.
by 2.
Divide both top and bottom by 2.
So, Mr. Petit, if it don't ask for you to simplify, you still have to do it because I see only 1 point there. So you still have to do it.
Still simplify, please. Always simplify your work. It's going to be 1 out of what?
1 out of 3.
1 out of 3. All right, now we want the probability that the number is between 30 and 55.
Would it be 0 out of 6?
0 to 6.
0 out of 6.
Yeah, 0 to 6. There's no number between 30 and 55. So 0 out of 6. 0 to 6 is what?
0.
0. Now we want the probability that we have a multiple of 5. So that's gonna be
2 out of 6.
multiple of 5. So multiple of 5, it has to end in what? 5
5.
or 0. So let me just write that down somewhere. So a number. Those are divisibility rules. A number is divisible. Let me see. Number is a multiple of 5 if it ends, write this down, please, in 5 or 0. So if a number ends in 5 or 0, then we would say it's a multiple of 5. So what numbers are a multiple of 5 in this something?
75 and 95.
75 for sure, because it ends in 5. Certainly not 57, not gonna work. 59, 75 gonna work for sure. 79, nope. 95 for sure, so 95. So it's gonna be what? 2 out of
6.
6. If we simplify it, it's gonna be what?
1 out of 3.
1 over 3. Any questions on this? Any questions, please let me know. Any questions? 1 over 3. Okay, the next one says we want a number that has the digit 7.
4 out of 6.
4
4 out of 6.
4 out of 6. Let's see. So we have this one has 7. 57 has 7.
2 out of 6.
75 has 7. 79 has 7.
That's 4, Mr. Petit. That's 4.
Good. And then 97 has 7. So it's gonna be 4 out of 4 to what?
6. And then you can simplify it.
Right.
What would give you 2 over 3?
If we simplify it, 2 over 3,
Divide two,
You divide it by 2.
be divided by 2 is correct. Four divided by 2 is 2. And then 6 divided by 2 is 3. The probability that if we have a number less than 100, it's going to be what?
6 over 6. All them less than
All
100.
them are less than 100.
6 out of 6.
So it's going to be 6 over 6. What is 6 over 6?
1.
1.
1 over
1 over. Okay, this is a perfect probability question. Very good. Example. If you understand this, then you are good to go with probability.
I understand that.
That's good. All right, let's moving right along. Let's continue. All right.
I may leave early because I fall asleep and I ain't staying up. I ain't sleeping a little while, you see.
Okay. You have
So,
to.
when you finish, you could send the rest of the thing on to me. I can, when I then get back up, I can write down the rest of what I have and I can send it and I can send them to you.
Most definitely. Once you do it, that's fine. Move on to 2014. Probably the last one. And just 2 more. Yeah. Then we finish probability. All right. So let's do this one. Number 11. It says a die contains 3 red marbles, 4 blue marbles, 2 black marbles. 1 marble is chosen at random. What's the probability that the marble is red?
You have to add up all the marbles, Mr. T. Then find out how much is red, which is 3 over whatever. How much ever the total is.
Good. So the total, I'm glad that you mentioned that. So the total is going to be what? It's going to
9.
be, let's add them together. We have 3 red plus 4 blue plus 2 black.
Mr. Petit,
Yes, sir.
what the other question is?
This is 2014.
Okay, thank you.
Good. So 4 plus 3 is what? 7. 7 plus 2 is 9.
9.
Good. So the total is 9. That's why we get 9. So 3 red, 4 blue, 2 black. Okay. So it's going to be 9. 9 is the total. So how much red do we have?
3.
3. Good. Now we need to simplify this. Divide top and bottom by
3.
3. How much times 3 goes into 3? How much times 3 goes into 3?
1.
Once.
1.
How much times 9 goes into 3 goes into 9?
3.
Good. Any questions on how we got that?
No, sir.
Good. Please write this down. Again, write this down. and send the pictures to me via WhatsApp once you're done. Now, blue.
4 to 9.
So now with blue, give me one moment. We'll do something. So now with blue, we have how much in total again?
4.
There's nine in total. So there's 9 in total. How much blue? There are
4.
4 blue, right? So it's gonna be what, 4 out of 4 to 9. Make sense? Make sense? Any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, good. Now we want a probability that we get black or red.
Would it be 5/9?
Say it again.
5/9?
5 out of 9. Why?
Because you have 3 red marbles and 2 black marbles, and if you add them up, it's 5.
Very good. So for black, for black, it's gonna be there are 2 black. And then for red, it's gonna be what? What's red we have?
3.
3. And if we add them up, we get what? 2 plus 3 is what?
5.
So, Mr. Petit, when it's like that, you don't have to divide nothing, right? Like how I would say black or red. No, right?
No.
All right.
It's gonna be 5 over 9. And then green probability that
0. 0.
no, sorry, Bob. That'll be 0 out of 9.
Mr. But you said this is the last one, and we've done one more before this.
No, this is not the last one. 2 more. All right. Moving right along. We have 2009.
You could go back up, please.
Oh, what is there? One more. Okay. Please take a picture of this, a screenshot of this, and write it down. Again, I will be asking for the screenshot of everything that I have. I will be holding you accountable to these notes because you need them. So don't think you're getting away for one moment. I will chase you down.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit. Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Yes, Megan.
You think we go back to the other slides? I just joined.
You have this one?
They need you to check. No, hold on, let me take a picture.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Alejandro. Okay, so the first slide I did, Megan, was, let me just go back, was this one. This one, I was telling them that for the next 4 weeks, we'll be doing the All You Need to Know series, which means that I need everybody to be present. Don't miss a day, because we'll be covering everything that we need to know for our exams. This is the next one, which was, I was giving them probability information. Everything that you need to know for probability, the formula, the factors, numbers, what's not. And then after that, we went into what it was, this paper. The first question I did was this one. This is the first question. I want you to write down the question as well as the working that I did for it. The second one was this question, 2017. If you do not understand, you have to look at the recording to understand how we got them. The third was this one. Then after that, we continued, we went on to this one. And then we went on to this one. And then we went on to 2014 one, and we are on 2009, this guy. So let's go on to this. So this one says that a spinner is spun. So this is not a spinner. So a spinner is spun and each outcome is recorded. What's the probability that it lands on a number less than 5? Okay, less than 5. So this is the question I feel. How are we going to get down to this one? You want a number less than 5. How are we going to get the probability of less than 5? Hello? Are you here? How are we going to get the probability of a number less than 5?
4/6.
4/6. How you get that?
Because the numbers stop at 6 and it's less than 5. So you have to count the numbers less than 5.
Okay, so it is 1 spinner, 2, 3,
Mr. Petit,
4. Yes.
which year is this?
And 6. This one is year 2009.
Thank you.
So it's 6. It's 6. It's 6 in total. Okay. 6 in total. And how much is less than 5? Less than 5. So less than 5 is going to be what?
Is it 4/6?
Yeah. 1, 3, 2, and 4. So it's 4/6. Can we simplify it?
Yes, sir, by 2.
Yes, we could divide by 2. And if we divide by 2, what is 4 divided by 2? That's going to be what?
2.
2. 6 divided by 2 is what?
3.
3. So 2/3. All right, moving right along. Now we want, what's the probability of a prime number?
Yes, sir, Miss Petit, you could go back up so I could get a screenshot, please.
Sure. So you want a prime number. So how much prime numbers do we have?
3.
Mr.
3.
Petit, you could go back up some more, please. This 2009.
We have 3.
Yeah, it's 2009. Yeah. So prime number. How much prime numbers do we have?
3.
3.
3.
What are they? What are they?
2, 3, and 5.
2.
That's 3 then. It's not 2 then.
3 and
5.
5.
anyone else? Any other prime numbers?
Oh, so we got 1 can't go by itself.
So 1 is neither prime nor composite. So 1 is not a prime number. So there's only 3 prime numbers, 3, 5, and 2. So
Hold on, Mr. Petit. Explain that one again, please.
okay, we're looking for prime numbers, right?
Yes, sir.
So what are the prime numbers in this on this spinner?
5,
Mm-hmm.
3,
Mm-hmm.
and 2.
And 2, very good. So these are prime numbers. It's only 3 of them. And there are 6 numbers in total. Understand that?
Yeah.
Good. So it's going to be 3 out of 6.
And then you can simplify it. That gives you 1/3.
3 over 6.
You're 4 out of hold on.
9 over 4.
Hold on. I need to know the one with you up correct, right? That's
Oh,
what I mean.
this. Oh, this one. This one, it says we want numbers less than 5. So the numbers less than 5 would have been what? 1, 2,
3,
3,
and 4.
4. That's how we get 4 to 6.
Oh, I get it now. I get it.
Okay. So 3 over 6, we divide top and bottom by what? We divide top and bottom by what?
3.
3.
3.
2.
Say 2. Can't use 2. So 3 divided by 3 is what?
1.
1. 6 divided by 3 is what?
Mr. Biddy, this is the last one for probability, right?
Yes. 6 divided by 3 is what?
2.
2. So it's a half. Now we want a factor of 3. A factor of 3. So
This is gonna be 2 over 6.
factors of 3. Factors
3
of
and 6.
factors of
What numbers can go into 3 and leave no remainder?
factors of 3. What are factors of 3?
1 and 3.
Oh yes, you're right.
1 and 3.
1 and 3.
1, 3.
1 and 3. Only 2 factors.
So, Mr. Petit, if they say multiples of 3, it would have been 6, right?
Yeah, it would have been 3 and 6.
All right.
So factors of 3 is 1 and 3. It's gonna be what? 2 out of what?
6. And then you can simplify it, what gives you 1/3.
Good. So how much times 2 goes in? How much times 2 goes into 2? Yes. Jennifer.
How did you get 2 over 6?
How much factors of 3 do we have? Let's go
2.
back up. So 1 is a factor of 3 and 3 is a factor of itself. Because if you multiply 1 times 3, you get 3. So that's why we have 1 and 3. And both of these numbers could go into 3. 1 goes into 3 and 3 goes into 3. So they are factors of 3. So there's only 2 factors of 3. That's why we get 2 over 6. Make sense?
No.
Make sense?
No.
No? What part
Yes,
you
sir.
don't? I mean, Jennifer, what part we don't understand?
6 part.
The 6. How much we have in total, Jennifer?
Oh, okay.
Okay, good. So 2 goes into 2. How much times?
1.
Once. 6 goes into 2. 2 goes into 6. How much times?
3, so it's still 1 over 3.
3 times is 1 over 3. Now, how are we going to get a multiple of 8? Multiple of 8.
Would it be 3 over 6?
4.
2 and 4.
Multiple of 8. Multiple of 8. Multiple of 8. Multiple.
0.
0.
0.
0. There's no multiple of 8 there. 0 over 6. Is equal to what?
0.
0.
0. Reason being is because if you look, multiples of 8 start from what?
8.
8, but it stops at 6.
Yeah, but they stop at 6, so in and up and down. Okay. So it's 0 out of 6. So that is all you need to know for probability. We are moving on to percentages. Let me just put that in the books. I want everyone to send me all the notes for probability.
May you go up, please?
Go back up, please.
Go back up, okay. I want everyone to send me the notes for. Let me just put that in the records, please. Before someone say, "Oh, Mr. Petit, you didn't do probability." Well, I just did probability We completed all the probability. So see all.
Mr. Petit, you go back, please.
1 moment.
Just really, don't you already have that? Like all you need to know series?
Can you allow me to be a teacher for once, please? And you be a student? Can you allow me to do that? Rochelle, no.
Yes, sir.
Can you allow me to be a teacher?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then. Thank you. Okay, so all you need to know, series we've covered, probability. That's all you need to know for probability this time around. That's good. Now we're gonna move on to percentages. Like I said, I want everyone to send me all of the notes for probability, please. Please do not have me run you down. Send me all of the notes for probability. I do not want to have to call your parents and do all that foolishness. Send me the notes, so it'll be done easy. Do we have any questions on probability? Any questions on probability? Any questions? Speak now or avoid a piece.
I don't have no questions. I got it now.
That's good. All right, good. Let's move on to percentages.
Mr. Petit, you scroll up to A, please. The A, please.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. All right, moving on. Let's go to let's go into percentages with problems. This one is going to be a lot because it's just a bunch of percentage word problems. I don't even know how long this is. Let me see. This one is just a mix of a bunch of stuff. Yeah, this one is dense. Okay, so let's do this. See how much we can finish tonight. All right, so percentages, word problems. We can start with 2021 questions. It says here, write this down for me, please. Last year, Mary paid $60 for a printer. This year, the same type of printer costs $75. Calculate the increase in price of the printer. How are we going to figure that out? How much did the printer increase in price? Anyone can answer? How much did it increase in price?
So what we could
There you
do is
go.
take 75 from 60.
75 from 60, you can't do that. You can't take away 75 from 60.
Yeah. Just 60 from 75.
Yeah, for sure. So we're gonna do 60 from 75. So 75 minus 60 is gonna give us what?
15.
15, very good. Anaya, did you understand probability?
You know, I definitely gonna have to do the recording again, but I get like the gist of it.
Just a bit, okay. Good. We're gonna be moving by pretty quickly, so you have to be all in, okay?
Okay.
So the increase in price of the printer, it was 60, became 75. So it's gonna be a $15 increase. Good answer is $15. Please write this question down as well. We are on percentages. That's the second title. Now, B says express this increase as a percentage of the original price of the printer. This is a very important question. Some people get confused about this, but the answer is in the question. Like they say, take your increase and express it as a percentage of the original price. Okay, that's not hard because we already know that our increase is how much? Our increase is
15.
$15.
right? Our original price is how much?
75.
Original price.
$60. $60.
$60 is the original price. And so that's the fraction. How we change a fraction into a percentage?
Times it by 100. 100 over 1.
Very good. So we multiply it by 100.
Cancel out the zero.
Very good. So it's going to be, we cancel out this 0 with this 0. So it's going to be equal to what? 15 over what? Over 6 multiplied by 10 over 1. That's going to be equal to 15 times 10 is what?
150.
150. 6 times 1 is? 6. And 150 divided by 6 is what? How much times 6 goes into 150?
25.
6 into 150. Six goes into 15 twice. 6 times 2 is what? 12, right? 5 minus 2 is 3. Bring down to 0. 6 into 30 is what?
5.
5, yeah. 6 times 5 is 30. So 30 minus 30 is what?
0.
0. It's going to be equal to 25.
25%.
25%. So it was a 25% increase. Okay, moving right along. Any questions on this before we go? Let me know. Have any questions? Okay, good. Next one says, Mr. Jones makes a profit when he sells a computer for, that's a lot of money, $2,000. He makes $250 profit when he sells a computer for $2,250.
Mr. Petit,
Cost of the print computer, yeah,
what the other says?
that's 20.
Okay.
What is the cost of the printer, of the computer, sorry? He sell it for $2,250 and his profit is $250. So how much did it cost originally? Anyone have any answers? How much did it cost originally? Anyone? Come on, it's 35 of y'all in there. You gotta know. Come on.
2,250 minus the profit of
Very good.
250.
Very good. So remember, he makes a $250 profit. So it's the cost is gonna be equal to 2,250 minus what? 250. It's gonna be equal to what? 2,000.
2,000.
So the original price that he bought it for was 2,000 and he sell it for 2,250. So he make a $250 profit. Okay, good. The next question says, calculate the profit Mr. Jones had made as a percentage of the cost price. So this
Mr.
is
Potato is basically asking like the same question for the first one.
yeah,
in just different words.
yeah, sure. So they saying that they want the profit as a percentage of the cost price. So the profit, we know the profit was how much? How much was this profit?
250.
50, very good. What was the cost price?
2,250.
220 and 50.
No, ma'am. What's the cost price? We just saw the cost.
Oh, 2,000. 2,000.
2,000. Always be careful that a lot of people might mistake that they don't want it as a fraction of the sale price. They wanted a fraction of the cost price. So he bought it for $2,000. What are we gonna do with this?
You can cancel out the
Multiply by
0.
100.
How about multiply by 100 first?
Multiplied by
100 first?
100
Over 1.
for 1. This is going to be interesting. So what are we gonna do at this point?
Cancel out the zeros.
We cancel this 0 and this 0 with this one and this one. Any other 0 we can cancel out?
2 zeros.
250.
250.
Yeah, we cancel that with what?
And the one at
At the bottom. So we left with 25 times 1
1.
over 2 times 1 over 1. So it's gonna be what? 25
25 over 2.
over 2. What is 25 over 2?
Twelve. 12.5.
It's a 12.5.
12.5, that's what you get.
That's all.
Down to 10.
10. No, so 2 goes into 25.
12 times.
2 goes into 25 how much times?
Okay.
12.
12 times. 12 times 2 times 12 is what? 24.
24.
You can subtract that. 5 minus 4 is
1.
1. We put there's one point. It gives us the permission to put a what? Imaginary 0. 2 into 10 is what? That goes in
5
times. So 2 times 5 is
10.
10. And 10 minus 10 is
0.
0. So it's going to be 12.5%. .5%. All right. Okay, at this time, that's the last thing I'm gonna do for math. We're gonna continue tomorrow. So we did probability, all you need to know for probability, and we're getting into percentages. Please send in all of your notes for math, please. Again. Say it again.
John, go up. More, please.
Go up, go up. Let me go back. Right out.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Again, send
these notes.
Send the notes for math, please. Again, send the math note. Send the math note, please. Right.
Mr. Petit, what was do you have a percentage word problem?
That was, this one was 2020. Where daddy?
Mr. Petit,
Yes, Noel.
after I send like leave, right?
You're in the one language, right?
No, sir.
Okay, good. After you send all your notes, you can leave. I don't want no screenshots. I want sending screenshots. I want the actual notes, no screenshots, please. Again, please send in your math work, all of them, please. Some people still haven't sent them in. Please do not let me have to chase you down for your notes. I will. You will not get away. Send all of your notes, please. Every last one.
Ms. Bajay, I'm not done writing all of them. So do you want me like to send you what I have now and then send the rest later tonight when I finish
Yes,
them?
yes. Send what you out.
Okay.
Mr. Petit, did you receive my work?
Did you send it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I saw it.
Hey, Mr. Petit, I have a quick question.
Go ahead.
Okay, for the past couple of days, I was recording the class, but now my phone started to run out of space. You don't know a place where I could start the video so I can look at it later.
All of the videos are on my YouTube channel. I have uploaded all of them. So if you want to check it out, you can look at it.
Okay, thanks.
You have the channel name, right? The Open Under Classroom. Once you type that in, go on videos and go on the one that was most recently uploaded, and then you can get them.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Yes, Alejandro.
I sent you a message. I'm not sure if you saw it.
Let me see it. You mean the reason why you were late?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I saw it. But still, did you take a screenshot of the notes that I showed you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I want you to send them in tonight, please. You understand that, Alejandro?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Mr. D.
Hello, someone is calling me for something.
Yes, sir. Come back online later. Or
No, not tonight.
okay.
You said Tuesday, right? You still on draft for
Yeah.
that?
Yes, sir. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
Finish it. So
yeah, we have to press the gas.
yeah,
Like,
you could send the second what?
I send that until you finish the first.
Oh,
I
okay.
need, yeah, I need to see that first. Once you
Okay.
send that.
How long it could take you to like look over all the questions?
I will actually send you the solution manual. So you will
Pardon?
see. I'll actually send you the solution manual for you to see.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. All right, so we're gonna move on to English studies. Today is Monday. We are still doing imagery. We had a property. Today is Monday, the 20th of March, 2023. Subject is, of course, English language. And we're continuing our discussion on imagery. So we're going to look at imagery and other figurative language techniques if we have time. So in a nutshell, can someone tell me what do we mean by imagery? Let me call someone named Shaya. Shaya, were you here? Imagery? I don't remember you being here.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So can you tell me what you mean by imagery?
Looking for a book, but imagery is basically when you use well, obviously you use words to create a picture that appeals to one of the 5 sentences. I mean, not sentences, senses.
Very good. So basically, when the author uses descriptive words to help the reader understand exactly what took place, and it appeals to either one of the 5 senses. Kevin, where's Kevin?
Yeah, sir.
Were you here for math?
Yeah, I almost finished it. That's why I sent a note here.
Okay, please send all of them. What are the 5 senses that
Yeah,
you
I'm
have?
finishing them now.
Okay, good. What are the 5 senses that you have? The 5 senses.
You mean me?
Yes, Kevin.
Tasting. Okay, sorry. Touch.
Touch,
Smell.
Scent,
Hearing.
yes.
Seeing.
Yes.
And taste.
And taste, very good. So those are the 5 senses. And when we're looking at imagery, imagery covers all of those senses. Lanaya.
Yes, sir.
Can you give me one of the 7 types of imagery?
Organic.
Organic, very good. Rakia. Are you there, Rakia?
Yes, sir.
Good. Can you give me one example of a 7 type of imagery?
Gustatory.
Very good. Taekwanya.
Hello?
Can you give me an example of one of the 7 types of imagery?
Kinesthetic.
Kinesthetic. Very good. Serenity.
You have to write this list with it.
No, we already had this. Serenity. Can you give me an
Yes.
example of one of the 7 types of imagery?
That's a continuation of have to head up.
Yes, you have the head up, but we're gonna do the ones that we didn't do last week, okay? Go ahead, Serenity.
Organic.
Organic, very good. Serenity, I don't have none of your math notes.
I'm gonna send them in a minute. I'm still working.
Okay, good. Good. So we have visual imagery, auditory imagery, olfactory imagery. Visual imagery is when the author appeals to the sense of sight. Auditory imagery is when the author uses words to appeal to the sense of hearing. And olfactory is when the author uses descriptive writing to appeal to taste. Those are the three that we did last week. Today we're going to talk about gustatory imagery. So let's look at that. And tactile and organic. So let's go. So gustatory imagery. That's more like gustatory imagery. That's the word, gustatory imagery. Can you read that for me, Shaya?
Gustatory imagery.
Yeah, gustatory.
A gustatory image is the representation of a taste. On the next poem, highlight or underline. You want me to read this too?
Yeah.
Okay. On the next poem, highlight or underline a gustatory image, then share your findings with a partner. While doing this, be sure to underline any they found that you may have missed.
Very good. So please write this down. What is gustatory image? You don't have to write down the second part, but I really want you to know what we mean by gustatory imagery. So it's when the author uses words that appeal to a sense of taste to help you to understand how the experience was. So let's move on to the next slide, and we're going to read this poem. Rochelle, no. Are you there, Rochelle? No?
I am right here.
Okay, so you know you are.
So you know you are. Yes, sir. I am ready for my opera.
Okay, so that's cool.
Okay, so that's cool. Gustatory imagery, my bad. Taste of summer, crushed leaves and grass. Tasty, tangy smells of summer. Trees are full and plush. Fruits are succulent and ripe. The gulmar, bright and proud, sways in the brisk warm breeze. Lazy, silent afternoons are intoxicating. Balmy winds refresh the evening walkers. Thirsty birds skip from branch to branch, looking for water trout. Fearless, rowdy boys are at play. The sun doesn't dampen their playful spirits. As the dusk falls in, the timid ones venture out. I know the rains are around the corner. The brisk winds will soon be moist. I take a deep breath and try to drink the summer. By Swati Goswami.
Very good. This is very nice. I really like this poem. So we're looking for gustatory imagery. So can someone tell me examples of gustatory imagery in this passage?
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Go ahead.
Can you go back for 1 second, please?
Okay, no problem. Gustatory image.
All right, thank you.
Good. So can someone tell me an example of gustatory imagery in this one?
The first sentence.
The first sentence? Taste of summer. No, that's the title. That's the title.
Oh,
Sorry.
gee, and I was so confident. My God.
But that will work. That will work because the title is a part of the thing. Taste of summer. Inside the passage, right there.
Tasty, smells of summer.
Yes. Tasty, tangy smells of summer. Yes. Good. Anything else? Yes, go ahead.
Fruits are succulent and ripe.
Very good. Fruits are succulent and ripe. Anything else? Anything else? Remember, it have to appeal to the sense of taste.
Trees are full and plush.
Where are we?
The third sentence, full and
Trees are full and feeling, but that's feeling the sense. That's true. Trees are full and plush. What else?
The one where the person said he tried to drink this summer.
Say it again.
The one where the person said he tried to drink this summer.
Yes. Try to drink the summer. Very good. I like that. What else? The lazy afternoons are what? Intoxicating. Intoxicating, that deals with what? When you drink.
Taste.
That's taste. Anything else? Daniel, do you say anything? Daniel. Where's Daniel? I see thirsty birds skip from branch to branch, for sure. The sun doesn't dampen their playful spirits. As the dust fall, the timid ones venture out. The sunbeam mouse, I take, yeah. These are what I see. Tasty, tangy, full and plush, succulent and ripe, intoxicating, thirsty birds, try to drink the summer. All of those appeal to our sense of taste in describing everything. Very good imagery there. Gustatory imagery. Okay, moving on, we go on to tactile imagery. Write this down, please. Caleb, can you read tactile imagery, please?
Tactile imagery. A tactile image is the representation of touch.
Very good, representation of touch. Good. Lanaya, I want you to read this poem. Please write this down, tactile image. Write that down for me, please. Okay, am I able to move it now?
No, sir.
No? Okay. All right, so let's move on to the second one. This next slide. Lanai, can you read this for me, please? My papa's waltz. My papa's waltz. Lanaya, are you there? Okay. Lanaya, are you still there? That's Lanaya.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can you read this poem for me, please?
Sure. My papa's waltz. The whiskey on your breath could make a small boy dizzy, but I hung on like death. Such waltzing was not easy. We romped until the pan slid from the kitchen shelf. My mother's continence
Continence.
Yeah. My mother's countenance could not unfrown itself. The hand that held my wrist was battered on one knuckle. At every step you miss, my right ear scraped a buckle. You beat time on my head with a palm caked hard by dirt, then waltzed me off to bed, still clinging to your shirt.
Very good. All right, so we're looking for a tactile imagery. So anything that deals with touching, right? So he says the whiskey on your breath can make a small boy dizzy, but I hung on like death. So when we say waltzing, what does that mean? Anyone know what waltzing means?
That's like dancing, right?
It's like dancing, yes. Waltzing is like dancing. So the boy says, I hung on like that. So he's still holding on to his daddy. Even though it seems like his daddy is dancing with him. That's what it seems. But he said he's still holding on to his daddy, even though his daddy's breath is not the most pleasant, but he's still holding on to his dad. That's touch. We romped until the pans slid from the kitchen shelf. My mother's countenance, that's her facial expression, could not unfrown itself. So mother is not happy with them dancing all over the place. The hand that held my what? Wrist, right? That is definitely tactile imagery, was battered on one knuckle. At every step you miss. My right ear scraped, so my ear scraped a buckle. You beat on my head. So sorry, you beat time on my head. No, that's not all. That's not one. With a palm caked hard by dirt, then waltzed me off the bed, still clinging, so clinging, still touching now, still clinging to your shirt. So those are examples of touch, tactile imagery, where the author helps you to understand something using the sense of touch. Okay, so moving right along. So that's tactile imagery. So we have visual imagery, which appears a sense of sight, auditory, which appears a sense of hearing, olfactory, which appeals to, I'm sorry, never mind. Olfactory, which appeals to the sense of smell, and gustatory imagery that appeals to the sense of taste. And now we did tactile imagery, that appeals to the sense of touch. So now we have organic imagery. Organic imagery. Rakia, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Can you read organic?
An organic image is a representation of an internal sensation. Examples: hunger, thirst, pain, longing, regret, etc. On the next poem, let's identify organic images.
Very good. So organic imagery. So when the author explains or describes something that is like an internal longing or internal desire or an internal experience like hunger, thirst, pain, regret, depression, anxiety, those stuff are organic imagery. So let me know when I could move this.
Mr. Petit,
Yes, ma'am.
you could go back to the side before this, please. I want to make sure I have everything.
Okay, the poem?
No, not the poem, the imagery.
Imagery, okay. That was tactile imagery.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so let's move on to the next one. So we're looking at organic imagery, things that refer to internal longings, internal sensations, internal desires. Rakia, can you read this one on hope?
Hope is a thing with feathers. Hope is a thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings a tone without the words and never stops at all. And sweetness in the gale is heard, and sore must be the storm that could abash the little bird that kept so many warm. I've heard it in the chillest lands and on the strangest sea, yet never in extremity it's asked to come of me.
Very good. So we're talking about hope. So hope is something that is intangible, right? You cannot see hope, cannot feel hope, tangibly speaking, but it's something that's within you. So hope is an internal emotion, internal belief, internal desire. So we're talking about organic imagery. So hope is the thing with feathers, that was example of it. Perches in the soul, that's internal, right? And sings the tone without the words and never stop at all. And sweetest in the gale is heard, sore must be the storm, could bash the little bird that kept so many warm. I've heard it in the chillest land and on the strangest sea, yet never in extremity it asks a crumb of me. So talking about hope, and this one is not one of the five senses, but it's something that's within, something that's in your heart. That's why it says purchase in the soul. Hope is a thing with feathers. Okay. So the next one is kinesthetic image.
Can you go back to the sorry?
Which one? This one?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I'm done.
Malaya? Malaya, are you there? Malaya is not there. Vashanti? Vashanti, are you there? Vashanti, are you there? No. Kevin, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, can you read this?
Pardon?
Can you read this definition, please? Kinesthetic imagery.
A kinesthetic image is a representation of physical movement.
Very good.
On the next poem, work with a neighbor to see if you can locate 5 kinesthetic images.
Good. So we're looking for a representation of physical movement, physical activity. It's like kinetic energy due to motion. So kinesthetic imagery, it's a representation of physical movement. Okay, good. Can I move it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Mongoose. Mongoose. Aaron, can you read this about the mongoose? Aaron? Where's Aaron? Aaron, are you there? I can't hear from Aaron. Divine, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Can you read this poem on the mongoose, please?
Mongoose. Their steps are quick and low. Fastly scooting, they often go, minding their own business of the day. A friend of man and woman, there they are. Kindly and cute animals by far. Mongooses, how beautiful they stroll along. Mongooses, how beautiful they stroll along. Their brown coat glistening in the sun. Creatures of charm on the run.
Very good. So we're looking for kinesthetic imagery. Anyone have any examples that they see? It's involving movement.
Their steps are quick and slow and low.
Very good. Their steps are quick and low.
On the run.
On the run. Very good. Charm on the run. Very good.
They stroll
Very
fastly scooting.
They scroll along. They scroll along. What else? Fastly scooting. Then go. Anyone else? It's only 5, so I think it's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so those are examples of kinesthetic. All right, are we done with this?
We died down this.
Okay. All right.
Ms. Vitti, can you go back for a second, please?
Okay, no problem. This one?
Oh, I got it. Okay.
All right, so let's move along. So let's do this exercise before we go. What is imagery? I gave you all the definition last week. Give this 7 types of imagery. Okay. Thanks.
You have to write the question and the answer.
Of touch. Okay, state. The type of imagery which So give the name. All right, just those five. Just those five questions. Once you finish, please take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, once you finish, please take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. All right. Are we done with the questions?
Yes, sir.
No, sir.
Once we're done, please take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, once you're done, please take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. Caleb, what number you on?
They sending you the picture now.
Alejandro, what number you on?
I'm finished. I'm sending it now.
Okay, send this along with your work for today, please. Shaya, what number you on?
Yes, sir. But I still have to
sent
write
my
mine out. I haven't started as yet.
Okay. Shaya, what number you on?
I sent my work now.
Okay. Daniel, what number you on?
I'm on number 4.
Okay. Divine, what number you on?
Number 3.
Okay. Neely, what Miss Neely, what number you on?
Okay. Oh, sorry about that.
4, okay. Frank Pong, what number you on?
I done.
Okay. Lanaya, what number you on?
You called me, right?
Yes.
I am on number 4, but I only write in the questions first.
Oh, wow. Malaya, what number you on?
I am number 4.
Harnay, what number you on?
Number 5.
Chardonnay, what you have for math?
Yes, sir.
Did you send in your math work?
Pardon?
Did you send in your math notes?
No,
Why you haven't sent it yet?
because I didn't finish. So I scratched, but I didn't finish to write it down.
After class. Make sure I send it tonight, okay? Chardonnay?
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so let's answer these questions. If you do not have them, please, we have to go. Okay, so what do you all have for imagery? Was it definitely? Say it again. What is imagery? Anyone? What y'all have for imagery?
Applying to the senses.
Appealing to the senses. Good. Anyone else? What is imagery?
Appealing to the 5 senses: sight, sound, touch, taste, and smell.
Very good. Anyone else?
I have that too.
Me too.
Shay, what you have for imagery?
For imagery, I have something. Wait, is it something that appeals to one of the 5 senses?
Good. So basically, it's so basically imagery is the use of what? Vivid, or descriptive language to explain the situation to the reader. This typically involves an appeal to the reader's senses. Sight, what? Sound, touch, taste, and smell. The 7 types of imagery. What are the 7 types of imagery?
Visual,
Organized.
auditory,
What else?
olfactory,
Olfactory.
tactile, organic,
Yeah.
kinesthetic.
Kinesthetic. What else?
Excuse me, Mr. Petit, maybe excuse.
Sure. What else? What else? What other type of imagery we have? So we have
Casting, it we.
So we have visual, auditory, olfactory, gustatory, tactile, organic, and kinesthetic. All right, now number 3. Let me put this in there. Number 3 says, name the type of imagery which appeals to the sense of touch. What's that one gonna be?
Is that with a K?
Tactile.
Tactile imagery. How many persons got that right? Tactile imagery.
Me.
Good. I can't be you because you say kinesthetic. Frank Baum. Number 4. Which type of imagery is used when authors are describing internal desires or longings?
Visual imagery.
Nope.
I'm talking about O.
Yes, O. Start with O.
ORGANIC.
Organic, yeah, organic imagery. How many persons got that right?
I.
Organic imagery. And the last one, number 5. Number 5. What is a kinesthetic imagery representation of?
Physical movement.
Anyone got all right?
I.
You got it right, please place a tick. You got it wrong, then what you need to do is you need to correct it. Put in the correct answer. All right, if you're done, please take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. With that being said, have a wonderful night, everyone. And I'll see you on tomorrow.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Take a picture of your work and send it to me, please, via WhatsApp.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Go ahead.
I just wanted to let you know in advance that I'm terribly sorry if I don't turn in your math work by the end of the night because I have like 4 other sets of homework for school plus coursework, so I might not finish everything by tonight.
Okay, so manage my expectations. When should I expect it?
You could expect this probably by tomorrow afternoon.
Reasonable. All right, then I can hold you accountable to that.
Yes, sir.
All right.